Hello and welcome to Achievement Hunting 101. This is level 368. I am Wildwest 08, here to shepherd you into all your Xbox dreams and achievements and provide some good commentary with my good friend KooshMoose. What's going on, man?
Not much. You didn't say good commentary. I may
It will
not be
be
prepared.
excellent commentary.
I
Excuse
will
me.
do. I will do from the cuff commentary. I can handle that.
And since it's late at night, off the cuff as well. So,
Yes.
how you been? How's the last 2 weeks been for you?
Oh, how have the last 2 weeks
How's
been
your
for
daughter
me?
feeling?
Oh, yeah. So, funny. I was just re-listening to our episode, just kind of, you know, quality check,
Good
and
job.
I
Air
had said,
quotes.
oh, maybe she'll be back. Maybe she'll be back in 2 days. No, she was out the entire week. There's a whole big thing. She was taking steroids, so she's real buff now. But we got her back, and everything's good. She's back on track with school, and it's
Good.
awesome. So we're doing great this year, aside from the 1 week
I mean, the best
extra.
week to miss of school is the first week of school, right?
I guess. Well, technically, it was our second week,
Oh, was it
but
second? Okay.
but she's all caught back up and good to go. So yeah, I was optimistic, thinking it would only be 2 days out, and it was an entire week.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I've kind of came home from work on Friday, and my daughter was doing a band thing at the high school game, football game, and everything. She called me, and I was just like, I was just so tired. She's like, "Dad, can I have a friend sleep over?" And I was like, "Of course you would." So we had a friend sleep over on the weekend, but man, this weekend. I don't know if it was COVID. My wife thinks it's COVID, but I was like, I don't know, but it just felt like again, like it's just something different. But I'm starting to feel better. Cough's going away. Energy's starting to get back a little bit better. So I
Nice.
hope this is the end because I'm tired. My body's tired. It's been 2 weeks of just at least 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks now of just something feels like all the time. But at least it's provided some game time to play a nice big game that I will talk about later. Um, we are going to transition into topics of discussion. The first one that we have is just a little contest, I guess maybe first year of it, I don't know, called GTASC.
GTASC.
Do
Never heard of it.
something? Do some people call it something different? Or
GTA SCA. Yeah, must be Grand Theft Auto related.
there you go. Well, Grand Theft Auto South Carolina,
Oh, weird.
Grand Theft Auto Southern California. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. We'll be done with that. GTASC has officially started. I'm pretty sure we'll start getting every other week updates from Elroy from now on. But good luck to
Undoubtedly.
everyone.
Yep, I'm sure we will.
Good luck to everyone that participates, whether you're doing individual or teams. Good luck to everyone, and hope you can get as far as you want to get. So, what do you've got? What's next on the dock for us?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Hot off the presses to us, maybe not to the listeners who are in the future. The Xbox buy one, get two free sale has just started, and there's over 300 indie games. The sale ends on September 23rd, and we will have a spreadsheet link from TA user Darwin X in the show notes. That person was nice enough to compile all the things from the store and put up things like pre-sale price, lowest sale price, and some logic on, oh, is this discount cheaper than the lowest sale price, to kind of help you figure out if you want to buy this stuff or not. Even I, who have a lot of indie games, see a lot of things that I would like to get. So it's pretty cool. I want to check the sales out some more. We get that spreadsheet link, and once again, thanks to Darwin X. That'll be in the show notes. Yes, we have show notes.
Uh, are you saying that you're going to cancel your next beach trip at all? You say,
I
sorry,
may
honey, I don't have enough money for.
I may have to. I don't know. I haven't. I'm kind of waiting for the show notes to be completely populated. Excuse me, for the sale data to be completely populated. At the time when I looked, it wasn't quite done yet. And then I'll use that to figure out what to pick up. I'm not going to go crazy, but I imagine I'll at least get one set of three things. Probably, if I go crazy, it'll be two sets of three things at the most.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll have to check that out as well. I mean, 300 games, that's quite a bit at least.
Oh yeah,
So,
there's good stuff in there. So
and I guess your favorite developer has a show coming up.
yeah, it's not the Annapurna we used to know, but they're still putting out cool stuff. And the Annapurna Interactive Direct has been given a date and time. I didn't even know it was happening until today. That's September 23rd at 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'll probably put a reminder in game news, and 3 people will join me, and that's fine. And while we're talking about reminders that'll be in the game news channel, the Tokyo Game Show, which Xbox is going to attend, will be on September 25th at 6 a.m. Eastern time. I will not be live streaming that or live whatever commenting on it because that's pretty early for me. I'm a much later morning guy, which is why I stay up so late. So yeah, I'm sure some people will be up at 6 a.m. I just don't know if that cross section of people will also be on or on the Discord to comment on it or not.
Yeah,
but either way,
that's definitely one to look forward to.
Yeah. Either way, I expect some exciting news. Certainly, there'll be some RPG news. Without a doubt, there'll be some RPG news. Yeah, and hopefully some things that aren't RPGs too.
Yeah, last year, I believe it was last year, we got the Final Fantasy collection. So they always seem to come out with some bangers, as we like to call them, on those that game show. So
Trials of Mana too. I think some Mana announcements were then too. So
and maybe Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
So
who knows?
I'm looking forward to it. I've seen some of the rumors, which I hope come true. But yeah, definitely look forward to the Annapurna Interactive Direct on September 23rd, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And you also got the Tokyo Game Show September 25th, 6 a.m. Eastern Time. Be there or hear the news later.
As you might imagine, the Annapurna sizzle reel had a little bit of variety, more variety than you might see at the Tokyo Game Show. I don't know, but I'm excited for both.
And I'm excited for the Tokyo one.
Interesting.
All right. So this will be your last reminder for the September targets for the month. I believe the next time we record, it'll probably be I think we'll record before the end of September, but it won't come out until October. So you have just a few more weeks to get done with the targets. There's F's in the chat of earning 3+ achievements, starting with the letter F. You get gold after 9 achievements. So watch out for that. You have September, 7+ achievements that have a 7-letter word in the achievement name. You need 21 achievements for gold for that one. And the last one is back to school. This is definitely the easiest one. Earn 5+ achievements in educational and trivia or puzzle games. Gold gets you 15 achievements. There's quite a few of those word games on there that aren't that go on sale frequently that'll help you out there. So good luck on getting your targets for the month, and on to October, I guess. We'll see what they do for that. I believe KooshMoose has a great game to showcase for us this week, so why don't you take it away?
I do. So I will be talking about Aliens Fireteam Elite. I know last week Faustian Greed was on and had a very short review of this game and said it wasn't good. I would say it was probably because they were talking about G-Task games. Yeah, this game is not good for G-Task. However, if you're an Aliens fan, I think the game has some things you might like. Certainly not the best game, but I'm having a good time with it. So here we go. The developer is Cold Iron Studios, and the publisher is Focus Entertainment. This is the developer's first Xbox game, interestingly enough. This game is a 1 to 3 player third-person shooter. So you can play it by yourself with 2 bots, or you can play with up to 2 other friends. Any empty slots will be filled with a bot. This game plays a lot like a cover shooter. However, so imagine if you had mixed Aliens in with your Gears of War. However, the Aliens don't really sit back and use cover as well. So that kind of cover aspect is kind of cool, but you hardly ever use it because the aliens just jump over the cover and start smacking at you. So
So,
that seems like a little bit of wasted mechanic wise, but still, it feels like Gears of War, even when you're not using the cover, kind of the roadie run and the over the shoulder, and just feels really good. Dodge rolls and stuff like that. The different ammo or not the different ammo, the different weapons. One of the great things about Aliens Fireteam Elite are the sound effects. Just you hear that radar ping.
good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, and then the gunfire, like the autocannon and just the machine guns, and then the guns just sound great. So and the aliens sound good. Just, it really brings you into that aliens universe with all these familiar sounds from the movies, and apparently the TV show, which I'm not watching yet until it's completely all out.
You're missing out.
I know. Well, am I? I'm gonna see it.
We just watched the second episode right before we started recording.
Oh, okay,
Good.
cool.
I like it.
Cool. Well, I've heard so many good things about it, and so I'm really looking forward to when I do get around to seeing it. But
before you go back, is this a top-down shooter or like a third person?
This is a third-person over-the-shoulder
Gotcha.
shooter. So it plays a lot. Like I said, it's basically Gears of War with an alien skin on it.
Okay.
And then the cover does nothing. It may block some shots, but for the most part, you're not going to be using cover. The game tells the story of a ship of colonial marines that are sent to support an orbiting refinery, and it goes on to tell a story about the plans that the Weyland Yutani have for the aliens and the pathogen. So this includes some like the engineers from Prometheus and the pathogen, which is an important MacGuffin that I'm not going to go too much into detail from Prometheus and other movies. And the story is mostly told through intel and collectibles. The intel are collectibles. So you'll pick up this item, you'll take it back when the mission ends, whether or not you succeed. If you die after picking the thing up, that's cool. In fact, as soon as you pick it up, you can quit out the level if you're just going through your cleanup runs. But once you get back to your ship, you'll then see an exclamation point over somebody's head. You go talk to them, and they just kind of expand the story through a little conversation you have with them. And I've been having a great time just kind of reading up on it and kind of trying to follow the story. I'm not the best at the Aliens entire saga, but I'm finding it interesting so far. So once again, you play as a colonial marine, and you have 7 classes to choose from. Off the bat, you have 6, but that 7th class will unlock later in the game. I wasn't sure if it was when your first character hits max level or when you finish the campaign, because they both happen at the same time for me. The coolest classes, I think, and the best ones, at least when you're starting out, are the Demolisher and the Technician. Now, the Demolisher has a smart gun, and a lot like Vasquez and was it Rook? I can't remember who it was. It was Vasquez and somebody from Aliens, the second movie, that had that gun that was attached to their shoulder and it was like super heavy, but it was just basically it was a minigun just destroying things left and right. That gun is super fun. It's auto aiming and just mows down aliens, and the sound is just so cool. The other class is the other class I wanted to point out was the Technician. As most useful or coolest is the Technician has unlimited turrets. So one of the things you'll be able to do while you're playing through the game is pick up these special weapons that you are limited in number. You can buy them from the store for in-game currency, or you can find them in missions, and those will, I think, stay in your inventory after the mission. And those things are like landmines, or turrets, or ammo that can basically be augmented. So your shots can become incendiary rounds or electrical rounds, and electrical rounds will kind of stun things. And incendiary obviously has a damage over time effect. But the Technician will get a permanent turret that they keep putting up and down. If it gets destroyed, there's a small refresh in time on it. If you pick it up and take it with you, you can deploy it again almost instantaneously. If it's taking damage, you can pick it up and put it back down, and it's completely refreshed. And you'll eventually, as you play, get an ability to change that turret into a flame turret. And that's later on. The flame turret rocks. It's a shorter range, but it just destroys things so fast. Let's see. Each class has 2 abilities, and to cover classes that we didn't talk about before, the gunner has like an overclock, so it increases your rate of fire and your reload speed, and they have an incendiary burst, so a grenade, which is, sets things on fire in front of them. There's a class called the Phalanx class. That's a ballistic shield, and that will block most projectiles, including, I think, alien spit, which is acidic. And they also have a shock pulse. They'll stun enemies around them. And when you're playing in a group, I think it helps to have a little bit of class diversity, but it's not important. You can have 3 technicians if you want. But I think at some point, when you're going for the higher difficulty levels, there will be kind of an optimum makeup of classes. Maybe one with the new class that you get at the end of the game, which is the recon class. That class has an ability that basically refreshes your ammo. So ammo becomes more of a scarce resource in the higher difficulty levels, and having that class be able to refresh your ammo is probably going to be really important. I'm not quite there yet, so I'm not positive. As you level up these classes, you're going to open up more spots on each class's perk board, and you can move in things that are particular to that class, like, increases your ability to use shotguns, for instance. If you unlock that in one class and you have a spot on another class's board, some of those things can be moved over. So let's say you're using the gunner class, and they have, I'm just going to make this stuff up. They have a handgun, and then the doctor class also has a handgun, but you've only got level 1 on the doctor. So you haven't unlocked their handgun skill. Well, you can pull over the handgun skill from the gunner and put it in the doctor's slot. It's not going to be taken away from the gunner, but you'll be able to use it for the doctor as well. And now your doctor has improved gun handling, even though they're only level 1. So the more you open up the other classes, the more benefit to your other classes as well. Kind of doesn't make you start from square one, which is nice. The game has 4 campaigns, 4 chapters, and each one of those chapters has 3 missions. There's DLC, and it is paid, but there was a sale, and I think this game will go on sale again for like $12. Gets you the base game and the DLC, and the DLC by itself is like $14. So wait for a sale if you're interested.
Just the one?
Yes, just one DLC, at least right now.
But it does have like a package deal together, though, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's a package deal. I paid $12 to get the base game and the DLC for $12 total. Okay. So fantastic deal, if you ask me. That DLC has one more chapter of three missions, and I guess it continues the story. The story is really not the best part about it. It's really the atmosphere. So I'm not sure how much extra story it's going to add. When you complete the campaign, some new game modes are going to open up. You got Horde, which is your classic kind of wave beast. You finish a wave, get a little rest period, next wave happens. You can buy resources between waves. It's Horde. Then there's point defense, where you're, you're kind of moving and defending 3 different points, which are basically equipment that can be damaged, and you want to keep the enemies from damaging the equipment. You get more rewards at the end of that if all 3 things are still alive. I haven't played that one yet, so I'm kind of fuzzy on that. And there's restocking turrets. In the game, in the later levels, you'll find turrets that need to be reloaded. You keep them restocked, and they'll, of course, kill a lot more aliens for you. And that's it's a Horde mode of that. Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry. I was just saying it sounds like a fun mode to me. Wow.
Yeah. The best part about these modes, or the best use of these modes, I think, is for daily challenges. Every day when you log in, you'll have 2 challenges. They could be things like killing 500 aliens, completing mission 1-1, or complete any mission from the first campaign or the first chapter or whatever. Then there will be 1 weekly mission as well, and that could be, complete 3 missions as the Demolisher class, something like that. When you do that, that'll give you some extra currency. It'll give you some cosmetics. Might even give you attachments for your weapons. So you'll want to be doing those kind of frequently. And if you were just running the same mission 1-1 over and over again, you get kind of bored. So these game modes make it a little bit more interesting, and you can just get right down to killing aliens and, racking up that kill count, racking up the kill with that particular weapon that you need, whatever. I just think it's a faster way to get your dailies done. So you might want to be able to use it for that once you complete the campaign. As far as the achievements, there are achievements for completing each campaign, for equipping cosmetics. There will be hats and decals and weapon skins / paints that you can put on them. Equipping 3 attachments per weapon. Every weapon has 3 attachment slots, and you can augment things like the damage or have a zoom effect or reload speed. Some of them will have things when you get enough consecutive hits, you'll slow the enemy down or you'll stumble them. That is a very important stat. Stumbling aliens that are charging you and trying to rip your face off, stumble, very important. So I prioritize that over almost any other effect that you can get. There's leveling 1 weapon, and then leveling 30 weapons to 4 stars. So this game does require you to play it a lot. Some might call that grindy. And that's probably why it's not a great GTAS game. But if you are in the habit of just kind of logging in, doing a little bit daily, and just chipping away at this game, I think it's pretty fun. Also, if you have a group that you play with once a week, something like that, twice a week, you can also do your individual daily stuff on the side and just kind of chip away at this game over time. Going back to the achievements, there's level 1 class. They refer to it as a kit to rank 8, and leveling 5 kits is a second achievement. Completing the campaigns on standard, intense, extreme, and insane difficulty levels. The last 2 do not open up until after you've beaten the base story. They do not stack, so you can't complete intense and have standard pop. You have to do them all, and they don't really do a good job of telling you which ones you've completed that are lower. They just show you the maximum difficulty you beat it on. So I would recommend that while you're playing this game, you either have a spreadsheet open or you intentionally go through the game and only play a level on the next difficulty level that you've previously beaten that level on. And that way you hopefully won't have any gaps and have to play the whole game over again, wondering if you've got the right difficulty on that right level. So keep track as you're playing, or just be very intentional about how you're playing it. Killing enemies. There's achievements for killing them with fire, with explosive barrels, with electricity. Then there's killing 2,000 elite enemies. These are anything other than fodder. So like the spitters or these other ones that will run up to you. They're called bursters. They'll just run up to you, then explode and just splash you with acid when you kill them. So they try to stay right in your face so that when you kill them, they just burst everywhere. There's healing members on your fire team 100 times. You can easily boost that yourself at the end of the game by going into the horde mode, shooting your friends on a high difficulty level. They could be bots, and then healing them, and then logging out, restarting the mission. So that one's really easy to get through. Completing a mission on intense without anyone taking friendly fire damage. On the lowest difficulty level, there's no friendly fire, but as you go up, it increases. This sounds really difficult, but it's not. Once you have that technician and you have their turret with the flame, that does not hurt your teammates, or does not hurt definitely doesn't hurt your bots. I don't know if it hurts your friends yet. But that makes it so much easier because you just have that flame turret up. You don't shoot anything. You let the bots kill stuff, and then you let the flame turret keep the bots healthy. And that's pretty much it. It was very easy. It sounded difficult, but it was not. There's getting all the intel, which is all the collectibles. There are guides to help you get all those. And then there's opening 50 hidden caches. Every time you play a level, somewhere on that level will be a box that's kind of out of place. It's orange. It's got red lights that glow. It might even make some noise. And they always appear in the same locations, but that, it could appear in one of 5 spots on the level. And you just have to kind of know where those 5 spots are. Which you will. You're going to be playing these levels a lot. You're going to become very familiar with where they can show up. and then you just need 50 of them. Nice thing about those hidden caches is they help contribute towards getting collectibles, getting skins, getting weapon attachments. So that's another great way to speed that process up, is looking for those hidden caches. And then finally, the hardest difficulty or the hardest achievements are related to the difficulty levels. Completing them on extreme and insane, for those, you're going to need friends. The bots just don't cut it when it comes to extreme and insane, and sometimes intense, they don't cut it. So you will want to be playing with people for at least those last 2 difficulty levels. And the nice news about that is that by the time your other friends are playing this game and leveling up their classes and leveling up their weapons, I think it's going to be pretty easy, because you're going to be so much more powerful than the bots. I wouldn't say that it's going to be easy. I would say it's easier than trying to solo it with those bots, which I think it's impossible to solo it with the bots, but somebody proved me wrong. So those you will either need to, I guess, have a TA session or convince 2 other people to be crazy and play this game with you.
How do you feel like the ammo is distributed throughout the levels? Do you think it's fair, or are you kind of biting the bullet, per se?
It's pretty fair. I do find that when I'm playing solo on the higher difficulty level, like intense, because I haven't gone in and done extreme or insane yet. When I'm playing on intense, I will conserve my ammo. I will let the bots take out the fodder.
Mm-hmm.
And then when like a special alien runs up, that's when I'll start using my special abilities. That's when I'll start, really using my ammo to kind of take them down. There are ammo refresh spots throughout the levels, but they become less frequent as the difficulty goes up. But playing on the normal difficulty levels, it's not so bad. And when you run out of ammo on your primary or your secondary weapon, you always have a pistol that has unlimited ammo. It's just you're gonna have to reload it a whole lot, and it doesn't do as much damage. So you're not gonna be completely without the ability to do damage, but you really want to conserve your main ammo in those higher difficulties.
I don't know if you said this is a Game Pass game, right?
Yes, it is relatively new to Game Pass. I think it was last month.
Okay. I thought it was, but I was just making sure. Let's see. So you've got about 40 hours into it. Looks like it's 100 to 125 hour completion.
Yeah, I put 2 hours into it with my normal group, one of my normal groups.
Mm-hmm.
But then Helldivers 2 came out, and we kind of switched over to that.
Yeah.
This was kind of like what are we going to play before Helldivers? And maybe we'll come back to do Aliens Fireteam together later. And then I've just been kind of making that one of my daily things that I log into and make sure I'm completing those daily missions. So I really enjoy the game.
It looks like I've had one friend that has beat it so far, about 90 hours it took him to do it. So I don't know if he did it with friends or not, but and there is a title update too, it looks like, as well.
Yeah, that's right. There's one extra achievement I didn't talk about. And that is the what did they call that?
I Can't Lie About Your Chances. That's what it's called. Finish a mission on hardcore 10 difficulty.
Yeah, completing a mission on hardcore 10 difficulty. The hardcore level mode is what you would expect it to be. You have 1 life. If you go down, I think if you go down, you're done. Certainly, if you fail the mission, you're done. It starts off really easy, apparently. And what people recommend, they say just keep running level 1 over and over again, or a level that you're comfortable with, and pick a class that will scale well. And then just, you can go through the first 5 or 6 levels, not really being too careful. But then after that, just be careful, take it slow, make use of your bots. And it shouldn't be too bad with like a technician or maybe the demolisher. You start over, so it's not connected to your other account. So this is a completely separate playthrough. It won't delete your save or anything. It's just you won't have any of the class leveling or money or weapons or any of that stuff from your other thing. It's a completely siloed experience. And when you die, it's wiped out and you have to start over. So just kind of take your time, build up, play safe, and it shouldn't be so bad.
Okay. Does this, you kind of mentioned a lot of like having to get to a certain uh, like a certain amount of kills or other things? Does this have tracking
It does, and
with it?
well, I should cover that. Most of the tracking, if you're playing by yourself, the tracking works great. If you're in a group, I think I think a lot of people say that only the host tracking is accurate at that point. So you may have done 200 kills during a run, but you weren't the host. Your tracking may not accurately reflect the 200 kills, but it is still correct. So, like, it may show you've only got
Oh, okay.
50, but the game knows you have 200, but it's only showing 50. By the time you get to 1,000, you'll be fine. So maybe it might pop early according to what you see, unless you've been the host the whole time.
Gotcha. Well, at least it tracks it
At least it tracks it correctly. It just doesn't
correctly.
display correctly if you're not the host. Yeah.
Any achievement issues at all, or everything's unlocking as it should?
Everything's been unlocking just fine.
Good. Like to hear that. I think it's a good co-op game overall. I know you play a lot more co-op games than I do, so
Yeah, and I'm definitely not the co-op guy, but this one is fun if you've got two other people. I know a group of 3 is not the norm, but if you've got 2 other people, let's say one of your 4-man groups wants to take a break, go play something solo. Maybe this is a good 3-person holdover game for you.
okay. Well, that is Aliens Fireteam Elite on Game Pass Standard and PC Game Pass. Have you played it on PC at all, or just your Xbox?
No, my PC is not good enough for that. I don't think. So only Xbox.
Looks like you have a good idea for Christmas then coming up. Just checking. All right. Well, that was Aliens again. Also, I know Vulgar Latin's been doing the Aliens series on his podcast. So if you're interested in the movies as well, you could check that out. I am going to go into a different direction. A few months ago, the Xbox was doing, I don't know if they're still doing it or not. I don't see them as often anymore, but they used to be doing the kind of more tailored sales to you. And I had done a review on Dragon Age Inquisition, and a certain moose that shall not be named at all was like, "Hey, you need to pick up Veilguard and play it." And I was like, "Nah, I just finished Inquisition. I usually like to take a little break in the series." And then I checked the for me sales on Xbox Store, and they had Inquisition for I think no, sorry, not Inquisition, Veilguard for like $35 or something. I was like, you know what? Like, it looks like that series is going to be on ice for a while, so I'll play it, sometime this year. And lo and behold, we got the recent news that it was on Game Pass. So I guess I was just a early adopter that helped it get onto Game Pass quicker. I don't know.
And we thank you.
But this week I am going to be talking about Dragon Age: The Veilguard. This is the 4th game in the Dragon Age series. The first one was Dragon Age Origins. Second one was Dragon Age 2. The third one is Inquisition, and now we have the Veilguard. The Veilguard picks up pretty much right after the Dragon Age Inquisition, story-wise. There is I'm trying to think. I can't remember if it's an in-game scene or if it's a post-credit scene from Inquisition that basically kind of leads into the Veilguard. So it kind of keeps a lot of the story going from the previous game, which I liked. As a quick overview of the story, at the end of Inquisition, one of the side characters that is part of your party, his name is Solus. He's an elf. He ends up letting the Inquisitor know that there are elven gods that are trying to break out, and he's trying to prevent that. But he also has his ulterior motive. And so in this first part of this game, we see that they are released, and there's 2 of them that are released, and they're looking to basically take over the world and rule the world. They've been in prison basically for a long time, and so they're looking to get their vengeance. Just like any other BioWare game, it has its character creation screen. Your main character's name is Rook, and you get to just choose whatever kind of class you want. Like always, there's the warriors, mage, rogue, all that stuff. Pretty much everything that you typically find in a Dragon Age game, you get to choose. You can change any of the body style, hairstyle, eye color, all that stuff. It's all there. I know Koosh would spend 4 or 5 hours just alone on that screen to get that perfect character. But who am I kidding? He doesn't play Dragon Age, so and he's all quiet. I put him to sleep already.
I just don't want
I'm
you to
just,
feel bad.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so there are a few characters that will make an appearance in this game. For those who are familiar with it, you'll see Varric and Harding from the previous games. They make a comeback. There's also some other uh, characters as well that I'm not going to spoil, but they do make an appearance throughout the game. They're more, I wouldn't really call them side characters. They're more like just cameos. If you're thinking about movies and stuff like that. But like any other Dragon Age game, a lot of your early quests are involved in recruiting new characters to your party. I really like the characters that they have overall. I think they've always done a uh, good strong suit of getting all the characters in all the games. Even if I don't like some of the games as much as the others, the side characters for me have always been a good hitting point in the series, and it continues in the Veilguard. Um, I will say, I read the article recently about the person that ranked the Dragon Age games, and I think I followed her rankings similarly because Dragon Age 2 was my least favorite of the series, and this one kind of follows a similar play style to that one. Inquisition kind of had more of an open world style where you travel to a world, there's camps within that world around the open world map of that area, and then you could fast travel to those different camps and go through the different areas depending on different areas of the over large part of the map that you're going to. So this one is more linear style. You will go to a new area in the Veilguard, and you won't have access to everything right away. But as you do side quests, or as you do main missions or character side missions, whatever, more of the map will open up, and you'll be able to experience more of it. But it's still not really an open world. It's more of just a linear based. You go in from one point to the other. Let's see. So again, this is Dragon Age combat. It's very similar. It's you've got your moves, your spells, whatever you decide to go with. You'll have your skill tree that you'll earn points with, and then you can put those into whatever you want to do. This one seems a little more on the main character side. It wasn't as I'm trying to think of a better word. I'm trying to think of how to use it. It was just I felt like Inquisition did it a lot better than the Veilguard did. I felt like it was more confused with the skill tree, or it was convoluted. So I appreciated what Inquisition did because of the class system they used there, and this still has class systems within the character you create, but it was just a little bit of a mess to me. Uh, but the character ones were very streamlined, and I liked the side characters that they had when you're putting skill points into their um, actions that they're going to use. They're more powerful instead of just a typical X attack. They have, everybody has their move set that they can do to add, stronger attacks and all that stuff. Those were better with the side characters, but the main character, Rook, was not done very well in that regard. So let's go on to the achievements. There's quite a few achievements in this game. Let me see. Oh, I accidentally deleted. I deleted your thing, so let me pull up my thing real fast. There are 52 achievements in the game. There are story achievements that you'll get when you do the main missions. They'll all be like chapter. What am I on? I'm on chapter or part. Sorry, not chapter. Part. I'm on part. I just finished part 10. I think there's 13 in total, so you'll have 13 achievements for the story. You'll also, as you recruit players, as you recruit side characters, you'll also have about 5 or 6 missions that you'll do with them to usually kind of do a bigger side quest, not just one of those area side quests where you go and you do a few things and that quest is done. You're never going to see that again. The side character quests that you'll do are a little bit more involved. So you'll do about 5 or 6 of those, and you'll get their status up higher to the Veilguard status is what they call it. So basically you'll have access to better weapons for that character, better armor, all that stuff. They'll fight better for you and everything. So those ones will get you an achievement as you level up all those. So I would recommend that after you recruit them, after you go and do either some side quests in an area or do a main mission or two, just check in your kind of home base. Your home base is called the Lighthouse. Check there because each character will have their own little area. So just kind of check them and see if you can advance their story a little bit. There are a few miscellaneous achievements for doing stuff like takedowns and putting runes and stuff and everything. So just, you can check those on TA as you see them. The big one that I want to emphasize is something called mementos. These are collectibles that you will find throughout the different areas that you will visit. Some of them are missable. And overall, the achievement for them can be missable, obviously, if you don't pick them up. But there is an achievement, I believe it's called enchantments, that I haven't gotten yet. Every time you pick up a memento, it'll give you a certain amount of caretaker points. The caretaker is the shop that is in your lighthouse, your home base. And so as you pick up a memento, you'll get like 50 points, you'll get 100 points, 200 points. Some of the ones later on are like 400 or 500 points, I believe. So you need to get, I think, 12,000 or 12,500 for the last level to upgrade your shop, and you'll upgrade the shop through those mementos. The mementos can be found in the different areas you visit, which some of the areas, again, you'll go visit an area for only one time. So I would recommend overall just to have a location guide for it when you play the game, so make sure that you don't miss it. You don't have to get every single memento in the game. And since there's not a set amount, I can't say, hey, I think overall there's like 180 something. I can't just say, hey, if you get 120, 110, you're fine, because each one is worth a different amount of points. So it just kind of depends on which ones you decide to go with. The mementos are also seen in the shops that you'll visit in the different areas. Each shop can go up from rank 1 to rank 4 as you do side quests in the mission, side quest in the area that you're visiting for that shop. It'll raise up the it'll raise up the rank for that shop, and then eventually you'll be able to rank up to the next level. And as you rank up these shops, more mementos will be available to you. So you're going to be wanting to do all of, side quests, character side quests, all of that stuff will go to the different shops that you have, because the shops are associated with the groups that you're having for your side characters in the mission. I know that sounds like a lot. It was a lot to take in as I was starting to play this game, but it's not as difficult as I'm making it sound. It's pretty, you'll see it as you're playing the game. You'll kind of see, hey, you're getting, as you finish a mission, you might get 100 points to the Grey Wardens. So that'll go to that shop, and as you get to a certain amount, you'll be able to rank it up, and then you'll have access to better weapons, better armor, decorations for your lighthouse room, or more importantly, the mementos. So I'm just about done ranking mine up to the highest. And the reason you need to do this is there's that achievement that I named earlier called enchantments, where you have to enchant, I believe, a piece of armor, a weapon, and something else to the highest level, and you do it at this shop. So you're going to have to get that shop up to the highest to get one of the achievements. So that's why it's kind of missable if you don't do it, along with it's missable in that some areas you're only going to visit once, and they might have some mementos. They're clearly seen when you're walking past them. They're not hidden at all. And since the areas are more linear and not like open world, you really would have a hard, as long as you're just kind of looking around everything. I know Koosh and I do that when we play our games. We just go and visit everything. Even there's been treasure underneath behind waterfalls and everything. Checking all of that stuff, you'll be able to find it before leaving the area. So, one of some of the bigger side quests that you do will give achievements. Like there's ones for revisiting Solus's memories throughout the different areas. You do that, you'll get achievements there. So the bigger side missions will also give it. So basically, just do the side missions as they come up. You'll get achievements for the bigger ones. Also, just have a guide handy for the mementos to get those, and just do all that stuff. You'll get most of the achievements easily. And like I said, there's only one missable, which is the mementos. Everything else can be earned even after you do the end game. I believe it'll take you back to chapter 11 And you have 100 saves in the game, so you can save it a bunch of times, and you can always just keep a save wherever you want it, and then go do whatever you want to do, get an achievement, revert your save, or if you want to just go straight through and do mementos and get to the end of the story and then do all the other stuff later, you can. However you want to play it, you don't have to worry about anything but that one collectible. So the overall list takes about 60 to 80 hours. There's not going to be any DLC, so what you have is what you get. I've had a few instances where the game has crashed, and that's kind of frustrating, but it does save frequently. But other than that, I haven't really had any kind of other issues. So that's pretty much Dragon Age Inquisition, or sorry, Dragon Age the Veilguard. Keep mixing that up. That's Dragon Age the Veilguard. Yeah, it just came onto Game Pass and through EA Play, so it'll be available for free probably for a long time.
So this is a roguelite?
It is not a roguelite.
Oh, okay. Third-person shooter.
I wish it could be. I wish it could be, and then maybe I'd interest you in it. But
I don't know.
This is.
I've heard.
Go ahead.
Of all the Dragon Ages that I've seen, this one actually has me the most interested.
That's interesting because a lot of people think of it as the worst entry in the series.
Perfect.
So I don't know how you feel about that, but
it could just be how pretty it is compared to the older ones. And when I was watching the earlier videos before it came out, the combat looked interesting, looked fun. So I always imagined myself playing this one.
I think it'd be good. It's an action RPG role playing. It's not really like Baldur's Gate, any of those kind of really intense RPGs. It's more of the action RPG style, so it's a little bit more easygoing. There is no difficulty achievement. I didn't mention that, so you can play on story mode if you want, which is what I'm playing. I'm just having a good time, just going through, not worrying about doing any nightmare stuff like I had to do in Inquisition. So, yeah, I would say I know it got a lot of hate. I don't think it's warranted. I didn't play it when it came out. I listened to some people that have played it when it came out, and it seemed to be holding up pretty well, not having a lot of glitches and stuff like that. There is one side character story that might be labeled offensive to other people. I don't think it's honestly that big of a deal, but yeah, I don't know. Anyways, it's a good game overall, but I think I would probably put it as my third out of the 4 Dragon Age games. I liked Inquisition a lot. I think I'd have that first. Then I would go with Origins, then this one, and then number 2. I think would what I do. So maybe someday we'll be able to discuss it, and you can tell me what you think of it. But yeah, I think it's not bad. It's worth a playthrough on Game Pass if you have the Ultimate and get to play it for free. You like RPGs? I think it's definitely one that's I would recommend to play sometime. But yeah,
I promise you, I will play it at some point.
When you're 60 years old and you got nothing else to do.
Not that far. I'll play it this year. I'll play it sometime this year, which gives me a few months, 2.5 months.
You're getting low on time there.
Yeah.
One thing I forgot to mention earlier, I just wanted to quickly mention, EA updated some of their server closures on 4 games, I believe. That is Grid Autosport, Grid 2, Dirt 3, and Dirt Showdown are all now going to close on November 8th, 2025. So I don't know anything about the achievements on it, but I just wanted to mention it for those that listen and have those games on their tag if they want to finish anything that's online related or not. I just wanted to throw it out there and say you've got 2 months left until they're done, so get it done anything that you want to before then. All right, we're going to move on to Game Pass news because, of course, the news came out today about what is available. So Koosh was giddy as a schoolgirl.
Oh yeah,
with all the news. Why don't you take it away with what's coming?
Absolutely. So September 16th, as Roadcraft, it's Xbox Series X, S, and Cloud. It's a Game Pass standard. This is a simulation game, and it's 200 to 300 hours. So I will wait for someone else to tell me all about that. Next up, we have Skate. This is a game preview with achievements, which is fantastic. It's free for all, I believe. You don't even have to have Game Pass. I think it's a free for all game. I logged in today a little bit after work, and I actually got some queue times. So while everything is starting, of course, this is day one that I'm playing. So hopefully you won't see any queue times, but just be aware. If you're really chomping at the bit to play this, you may have to sit back a little bit, depending on when you play. It's a sports skateboarding game, and this will 100% ruin your G-Task experience if you go all the way into it, because it is day one.
So start it there.
So go ahead and do it. Just throw caution to the wind. Have more fun. September 17th, there's Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. I understand that Mental Knight loves roguelites, so I will be talking about this. It's in Ultimate PC Game Pass, so this is not on standard. This is for the people that pay the big bucks. I'm really looking forward to this one. Next up, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. You may have heard of it. This is on Game Pass Standard. It's a first-person shooter, and there's a walkthrough in case you haven't heard of it or aren't familiar. Next up, For the King 2. This is in Game Pass Standard. It's role-playing, turn-based card and board game with a time estimate of 100 to 120 hours. So I will not be talking about this. Next up is Overthrown on Game Pass Standard. This is a city builder sandbox, so I will probably not be talking about this, but maybe you will, Wild West. Maybe you'll check this one out. It's very cartoony, though, so I'm kind of interested in that.
Looks like it was supposed to come out in 2024, so missed it by just a little bit.
Just a little bit outside.
Before you move on, how close? I've been wanting to ask you this, been waiting for it to come. How close is the Deep Rock Galactic? Does it have any relation to that other game that you have talked about in the past?
Well, it's the same world. It's the same. I guess there'll be some items from it that'll carry over, and kind of the lore and all that stuff. So the whole atmosphere should be the same. But this is a survivor type game. So not like not like I need to craft and I need to maintain my heat and my food. This is where you're running around murdering lots of things, So think Hades is basically what this is. This is Deep Rock Galactic Hades, basically. So I'm very excited to check this out.
Okay. I've just been curious. I've been wanting to ask you because I know that you were very passionate about that other game. So
yeah. I like the first. Was it first person? Yeah, it was first person shooter / co-op digging game, which was interesting, but you do need a group for that. This is a single player only experience, so you will not need a group. So feel free to check it out on a second tag if you're not sure, or if you're Mental Knight, just go ahead and stay away because it's not for you. September 18th, we have Frostpunk 2 on Game Pass Ultimate. It's survival simulation and management with a time estimate of 40 to 50 hours. Then we have Wobbly Life, which is on Game Pass Standard, so even all the way down to Standard. It's an open world party game. It has a time estimate of 45.5 to 65.2 hours. I'll have you know, my daughter loves this game. Yeah. And when she gets game time, she asks me to play this with her. And it is, it's a thing. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Imagine if you were playing, oh gosh, what is the game with the guy that falls down all the time? Oh, why can't I think of it?
I mean, Human
Fall Sticky Flat? Hands. I can't think of this. Can't think of the game. It's Walker carries everybody through it. I can't think of the game. I like
Human
that
Fall
game.
Flat?
Yes, Human Fall Flat. Thank you. So think of Human Fall Flat, but not as good. So a developer that's not as talented and hasn't, handcrafted these levels to go through, but it's an open world game. So you're basically just doing little tasks like delivering mail or putting ice cream orders together and things like that. But you're doing it with a friend, and that friend can pick you up and drag you around. And that is Wobbly Life. And my daughter loves it. There is an update coming out for Wobbly Life not too long from now that's going to maybe double the game in size because you're going to be going to outer space. And that's about all I know. You're going to be going to basically a brand new planet or series of planets, I know, with more tasks and rocket ships. I don't know. So whatever you play today, there will be an update for it. I don't think you're going to have to pay for it. I'm not sure. But know that this game will get bigger than it currently is and probably get some more achievements. If you go ahead and start it, it's bigger than you think it is. Next up, September 19th, Hades, which is going to Game Pass Standard. It's a roguelite hack and slash. If you haven't heard about it, you haven't been listening to the podcast for a couple of years. It's 60 to 80 hours with a walkthrough. It's genuinely considered to be one of the better games ever made. So enjoy that if you don't know about it. September 22nd, we have Endless Legend 2, which is on Game Pass Ultimate. And this is a strategy turn-based game. On September 23rd, we have Sworn, which is coming to Game Pass Standard and up. It's a roguelite hack and slash. Think Hades, which we just talked about, but King Arthur is the setting and I guess the story. The difference between this and Hades is that this is a 1 to 4 player co-op, at least on Steam. I imagine that's going to carry over to the Xbox. I'm not positive, but we'll find out in just 1 week or so. September 25th, Peppa Pig World Adventures. This is coming to Game Pass Standard. It's an adventure game. It's half an hour to 1 hour. It almost certainly uses the A button, and hopefully this time they'll actually add the X button or the Y button or the B button. I don't know. We'll see. I'm very excited. I held off buying this, and it has paid off. Next up, Visions of Mana. This is a Game Pass Standard game. It's going to be action, or it's not going to be. It's an action RPG role-playing game with a time estimate of 40 to 45 hours.
I believe,
or maybe it's 40 to 50.
I believe Mental Knight called dibs on that game. So,
okay, he's got dibs. September 30th. For the completion. So yeah, yes, go ahead, yes. Mental Knight.
You love the other one so much. So
there you go. September 30th, we have Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light. This was a 360 game. It is now coming to the PC. So this is Game Pass Ultimate or PC Game Pass. Is it actually coming to console too? Interesting. I didn't know that. I thought it was only coming to PC, but my notes here say it's also coming to console. So
I only see achievements for the Windows.
Yeah, this is interesting. I don't know. I can't remember where I grabbed this information from, but it is indicating console, PC, and cloud. Probably maybe the worst because there is that 360 stack. So I don't know.
No.
Maybe it's I don't know. Exciting. I'll wait till the 30th. I'll find out then. It's an action adventure game. It's 12 to 15 hours. And there you go. That's what's coming.
All right. Just a few games that are leaving Game Pass. We've got Ninja Gaiden Sigma, hack and slash 120 to 150 hours. Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, same thing, 100 to 120 hour completion. Ninja Gaiden 3, Razor's Edge, hack and slash 60 to 80 hours. Looks like the Master Collection is the only way to get the above games. And then we have Terra Invicta. It's a strategy game on Windows, possibly a 60 to 80 hour completion. Anything there? I have not played it. Looks like only 3,000 people have. 4 people have beat it, so probably not in our future.
Yeah, and you are correct. Those 3 Ninja Gaiden games you cannot buy individually. You have to get them through the Master Collection. I think it's about $44. I'm waiting for a sale. I'll try to pick it up at half price.
Maybe it's in the indie sale that you mentioned.
It is not.
Oh.
Spoiler.
Well, that just ruined the podcast for everybody.
Sorry. And on a downer.
and on a downer, we will call it quits. Well, thanks for joining me again, KooshMoose. He talked about Aliens, Fireteam Elite. I'm Wild West. I talked about Dragon Age, the Veilguard. Go check those games out. Looks like we both had fun playing them. Go check them out. But until next time, we will catch you later. See ya.
Bye-bye.